Diabetes, you know, it continues to affect many, not only in the Valley, but worldwide. There are groups ready to help you understand each type and provide assistance in bringing down the effect it has on your health. Here with more is Dr. Dale Martinez of Southwest Medical Associates. Along with him is Lynn Wexler of the Nevada Diabetes Association. Welcome to the both of you. How are you?
Good morning.
Let's talk about this. We hear obviously type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes, and if we're not very close to people that have it, we might not understand what the differences of types are. So what's the difference between 1 and 2?
Well, there's a big difference between type 1 and type 2 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes, which used to be called juvenile diabetes, now it's just plainly called type 1 diabetes. And it's characterized by total absence of insulin. It is an immunologic type of disease wherein a person can get an infection, usually a viral infection, which destroys, and the person develops antibodies that destroys the beta cells of the pancreas. They are the insulin-producing cells.
Wow.
So they need to be on insulin forever in order to live or survive. Type 2 diabetes, which used to be called adult onset diabetes, is no longer being called that way. It's just being called type 2 diabetes. But the main difference is that they have still insulin in their system.
Okay.
They're producing insulin. In fact, early in the course of the disease, they may be producing a lot of insulin. And the problem is they cannot utilize their own insulin because of what we call insulin resistance.
Okay, I understand. So then there are obviously diet and monitoring necessities for both types, right?
Exactly.
Tell me what needs to be taken care of.
Well, the treatment of diabetes is actually like a triangle, wherein the topmost part is actually diet. Because even if you are already on insulin, if you're not following your diet, same thing will happen. Sugar goes up. On the two other angles is your medications, whether it's insulin or pills, and the other angle is exercise, which is also important. But on top of that is diet. So it's still very important and very essential in the management of diabetes.
No question. Let's talk about the Nevada Diabetes Association. I know a lot of people, when they first hear that they're diagnosed with diabetes, it's a scary point for them, and you help them through the way.
Yes. The Nevada Diabetes Association is a state organization. Here in Nevada, we are the boots on the ground, and all of our dollars and efforts go into local community. We primarily are here for families and children with diabetes. We absolutely have programs and we do advocacy for type 2. We have emergency insulin supplies for type 1, type 2, if someone is in between insurance and they've run out of insulin. But primarily our programs are for children and families with diabetes. So that means pretty much we deal with type 1. I have a daughter who was diagnosed at 11. She's 16 now. And it is critical that in addition to your pediatric endocrinologist, you need the support of other families. You want your kids to go to camps with other kids who have diabetes so that you don't feel like you're the only one. You don't feel like the odd person out. Teenagers struggle no matter what. Give them something like diabetes and you've just added, to the chaos of getting through. So we have Southwest Medical Associates actually funds what I think is probably our gateway program. When you first get diagnosed with diabetes, again, you go to the hospital, you learn how to live your life, but you want support. So we have a program called DCAF, Diabetes in Children and Families. It's once a month, and we're a support group. And we have speakers come in and we cover everything from insulin delivery, diabetes and depression, diet, nutrition, ketones, A1C, what does it mean, and how do we live with it, and then the families exchange stories.
It's incredibly important, especially as I said at the beginning, when you first hear you have diabetes. That's a shock. But then it's amazing. My father was diagnosed with type 2. It's amazing once you admit it, how many people around you have it as well.
Yes,
and
it's
you'll
true.
find support around you as well. If people want to learn more about your organization, how do they do so?
Oh, I encourage them to visit diabetesnv.org. There you will find my number, all of our contact numbers, all of our programs, all of our camps, all about decaf, first Tuesday of the month. We hold them at the Southwest Medical Associate office at Rancho in Charleston.
Excellent.
From 7 to 8:30. Actually, the person who runs our program, her name is Sherry Kaufman. She is a nurse. She's actually the dean and a professor at the Nevada State College School of Nursing. Excellent. She brings in the best speakers.
A lot of great information
Yes.
there. And if we want to make an appointment with Southwest Medical Associates, how do we do so?
Well, they can call the Southwest number.
Okay, we have that on the screen there.
877-5199.
Awesome. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us. This is really important.
It is very important, and it's great that we have this information here. There is support out there for those suffering from not only type 1 but type 2 diabetes as well. Southwest Medical Associates, they're here to help. They have several locations all around the valley. If you want to find out more, you can call the number to visit the website, both on your screen. You can also find out more about the Nevada Diabetes Association by going to thediabetesnv.org.